season, I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Let's go. 76.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. That one pulled in by Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
At the 43-yard line. 19.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Ready.
Throwing again. Daniel. On target. Got it to McCourt. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He's got his tight end. That's Simmons. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go play action here with Daniel. Be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it third and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
No.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Hey.
Go run it with Gus Edwards. And he's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Washington.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, right? You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
Giants nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Robinson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle. In Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, They're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long, so the more you give defense...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Commanders come up with it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Second and inches.
It's second and inches.
65, hop 70, hop 70.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got room to roam. And he will get into the end zone. Ben Sinnott, touchdown Commander. For Daniels, last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. First touchdown pass of his sophomore season.
But I think these guys are ready for week one to get started. I mean, we see teams kind of limp their way into the regular season, and they don't find their form until a couple weeks in. But they didn't play a ton in the preseason, but that's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and let's all say, what the heck does the preseason even mean?
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6.
Let's go now. 19.
A fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Third and 6. Throwing is Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Andrew Thomas, guilty there.
Still third down.
Task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Rolling right. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
So, Greg, here are the Commanders, and could anything change in a year the way everything around Washington did? Coaching, quarterback, future of the franchise. It all just turned around off that great season. Now they got to do it on the field again here this year.
Yeah, and you just can't say enough about Dan Quinn. And you and I, we've sat in a lot of meetings with him over the years, Mike. And when he walks in the room, you just feel good. You feel confident. You feel he's under control. He's just one of those guys that has an aura about him that just makes you say, you know what, that guy's in charge, and I'm just going to go wherever he tells me. And you kind of saw that happen on a roster that I would say was a good roster. They were a superstar at quarterback with Jane Daniels, but the rest of the roster still is a work in progress. So as they continue to acquire new players, continue to build that roster around Daniels, I'll tell you what, I think they won 12 last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see them hover around that same number and compete to win in what's a difficult division with the Eagles. But when it comes to the end of the season, I think they're going to be right there with them.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They can have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Giants' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
Let's go.
On play action, Daniels. He'll step up and run this. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become effective. He picked up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He'll report a short gain to the 25. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second down, it's Daniel. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10.
Riggin. Deputy.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Ready, break.
And 9 at the 13-yard line.
Get it. 70 Lions.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. And a nice run, and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
The motion man here is McClure. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distance where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Commanders stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, it's Robinson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
And it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champions. Clearly, towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history. Sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
It's a gain of 7.
Here we go.
Brings up second.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll look underneath here for Edwards. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
That's good. Commanders, first down.
Hey,
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
ready. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Hustler left side, caught by Sinnott. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Here's Daniel. Off he goes. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's a designed run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw.
And he will score! Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Washington. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Commanders are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. And a now be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument that they're a playoff team, but Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
What's your foot over? Who are the guys who watch from the NFC?
Well, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Michael Parsons, that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed that last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Tracy. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. First and 10. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. The throw is Dart. Get this into the hands of Neighbor.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. They'll run. It's Scatterboo. And he's in. Can Scatterboo. Touchdown, Giants. For Scatterboo, 24 total TDs last year at Arizona State. This his first in the NFL. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants try to climb back into this one. It's now 24-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The Commanders offense and Gus Edwards heading back on the field for the next drive. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Devontae Adams, he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Ncaa in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To the air again is Daniel. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Dexter Lawrence taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
I really like what I see out of this defense. Definitely playing with a little bit more sense of urgency, especially after falling down here in the first half. They desperately needed that sack, and they got to just continue to get stops and get off the field.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniel rolling to the left.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hasn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Giants.
It's a gain of
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage as best. Might have even lost a yard there.
a loss of 2.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
On second down, Dart throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and 2. Here we go. Throwing, Dart. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
To the air on second down. Dart, he's got his man. That's Nabels. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
3rd and 9. Here's Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. That finds Samuel working across. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
24-yard line.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
47-yard line.
Unlock right.
Gun, here's a run up the gut, and he'll get forward for about a yard. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
Ready.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Come on. Set.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Samuel has it on the slant. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Do a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1.
Bronco switch.
Again, zone read. It's Edwards. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. He will have the Commanders' first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off the call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Panther.
Here's 1st and 10.
Down. 60 Bison. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd
Come on.
and a yard.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commander. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tucker is good on the extra point. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Giants 7.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule. but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. It's Dart. Now he takes off. He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Dart. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. Dart gonna throw it again. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's gonna have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
It's just been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Giants first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
To the air once more is Dart. This one caught at the 4. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, New York.
Tracy. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. From back, it's a 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing is Dart. He'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Jackson Dart, milestone moment, his first NFL career touchdown pass. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for two. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
The Giants will line up for the...
They'll try to run it with Tracy. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They'll return this from the 11. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Dan Quinn as his Commanders head back onto the field. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. Help serve at home, have the lead here in the fourth quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. Man in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Daniels to throw on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A carry here for Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Giants.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. On 2nd down, Dart. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. It'll be a short pickup, but that's not enough for the 1st down. The Giants will call their 3rd and final timeout. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit.
Commanders 31, Giants 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He'll grab it at the 12. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's lame time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beat like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run him to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the club. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slaughter me stomach. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a buck, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got get it, go retrieve it. Just short, small. When that's from Cali, with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.